What is up, Smashers? You know what we're talking about right now? More cowbell. Can everybody's see Travis? By the way, if you guys don't know Travis Newman, Cirque du Soleil guy and a good coach and a pretty all-around good dude. So we were talking about you can solve everything with more tape and more cowbell. That's just the way. So that's the end of the video. We're going to be talking about. It's a great video. Knee problems. You guys are messaging me about knee problems. So why don't we just fix your knees? It's just that easy. Remember what I said? I said this before. Most knee problems are hip and ankle mobility problems. By the way, Kyle is a technical wizard because he just got our computer working and now we have music. So is it kind of really quiet in here? Makes me a little weird and crazy, and I'm already crazy enough. So I'm going to show you how to unlock the knee properly, and there's a muscle, just so you have an idea. If you look at the knee, we have the femur, and then the tib and the fib at the bottom. So that tibia comes out, makes this big plate that gives the femur a base to sit on. The way we have that screw home mechanism, right? So the knee comes in and locks in. So the way we unlock it is with a muscle called the popliteus. Gets super sore, super worn out, and you know what, kind of gristly and locked down. It's a really hard muscle to get to. I'm going to show you a cool way to get that muscle to engage and disengage properly and pull away some of the problems, because you don't want to grind around back there, because there's a neurovascular bundle back there. There's just all kinds of stuff, so we don't want to mess around back there. It's just too superficial. So that's number one. I'm going to show you how to set the tibia on that femur, and then we're just going to peel away what's called the suprapatellar pouch, which is the top of the knee right above that kneecap. It gets all bound up and doesn't let that knee slide around. So for everybody out there that has the alleged patellofemoral tracking syndrome, I said I was going to say it today, but I did. There's no such thing. It doesn't exist. It's old. The patella tracks the way it tracks. It's more of a muscular imbalance and a hip problem. So I'll show you to fix all that stuff, because you know what we need? Super good knees. It's just that cool. So check this out. By the way, you got to see this thing. This is a Rave Power Pack. I got it from Travis. He let me borrow it. This thing's actually pumping juice into my phone right now. It's pretty sick, because my battery is almost dead, because for some reason my location service has decided to turn on for no reason. So first things first, I'm going to show you how to get that femur sitting proper on the tibia. So what we want to do is we want to band up. So you can see I've got a band, right? Like so. We're going to loop it. We're going to kick into the band. Do a cross across the foot. What you're going to do is you're going to work on terminal knee extension and a dog. Okay, so this dog is part of every video now. I like that. It's like a staple mascot of the gym and SmashweRx now. I'm stealing Kyle's dog. So you're going to grab the femur. So remember, if we twist the femur into, or the tibia, I'm all over the place today. If we take the tibia and we twist it internally, that's like externally rotating the femur, right? So we're going to lock that into place and get this terminal knee extension to work properly. So we're going to grab the tib, and so what I'm doing is I'm contracting the quad. So lock it out. Right? Contract the quad and then give it a twist. So at the same time, contract and twist. So just give it a super good, like you're winding it up against, and at the same time, we want to really try and externally rotate the femur. That's number one. That's how you're going to get that terminal knee extension. Number two is setting that popliteus. So remember what I said, this is the muscle that unlocks. I'm going to get out of Kyle's way. That unlocks the tibia and the tibia and the femur when you're in that terminal knee extension. So when you're in that locked out position, where all kinds of junk and stuff in my way. But the cool part is I can use the battery stand. That's wicked. I can use the battery pack as a stand. That's pretty cool. So what you're going to do is super easy. Take a seat 90 degrees. I don't care what you're sitting on. Doesn't really matter. Small person works just fine. You're going to take the foot. So if I'm using this one, all we're going to do is we're going to turn it out. So I'm not externally rotating the leg. I'm just turning the bottom. So I'm turning it out, and then I'm going to drag it across. So you're just turning out the foot, drag the foot in. So I want a little bit of friction. Trust me, you're going to feel this. It's such a trippy move. Everybody I've shown this to kind of goes, holy moly. It works that well. So feet flat, 90 degrees. So make sure the knee is completely perpendicular to the leg is perpendicular to the floor. Turn out and just drag it inwards. 3 by 10, you know my routine, 3 sets of 10. That's number what, 2? Number 3 is the ugly one. We're gonna turn sideways, find my lacrosse ball that I had around here. I'm still here, I'm still talking. I know I have a lacrosse ball somewhere. And We had a lacrosse ball and a lacrosse ball thief. Lacrosse ball thief is that awesome lab right there, who is, she's pretty freaking cool. That dog's been in my office so many times, along with Kyle. All right, so what we do, get on the edge of a bench, doesn't matter where it is, you can see me. This fits perfectly in here. This is the suprapatellar pouch, so right above the patella. So we're gonna trap that, and then we're just gonna kick in and out with a little bit of weight. That's it, that's all we're gonna do. It's super easy. So tuck this in here, right? So tuck it in here, I'll get away so we can see. Tuck it in the bottom of the plate, this is a 45. So ball there right above the knee, and then just start, oh, yeah, this is awful actually. This is so much worse than it looks. Mind you, it probably looks pretty bad. Just clear that out. How long do you do that? Until it releases. So that's not a 2-minute drill. That's a drill that says, hey, until that's completely released, you just keep doing it. You'll feel that tissue let go. And that's really important. Final one, remember what I said, hip and ankle mobility problem? We'll hit the hip, call it a day. So these guys can get back to working out. I think I'm totally in their way. By the way, I'm sporting a Crossley Gracie Jiu-Jitsu shirt because Crossley Gracie is where we all go to learn how to manhandle other people when they don't act like civilized human beings. So we're gonna tuck in the groin. We're just gonna unload that high hip, and the way we do it, there's 2 things I'm gonna have you do. You're gonna bring the leg all the way out. So this is pulling backwards, so we don't want it pulling completely backwards. We want it pulling at about 30 to 45 degrees to that hip so we can distract it in the joint and set it kind of in the posterior. Remember, posterior portion of the joint is where it's the most stable. And then what we do is we roll the foot out. That's the important part. So get in, roll the foot out, and bring yourself in, and let that band really crank on that hip. Kind of hunt and scour around till you find a hot spot in that high hip. And then what do? Just chill, 2 minutes. It's that easy. Such freaking amazing. That's it. You have knee problems, that's what you do. Hey, I'm Trev, SmashweRx, hanging out, having an awesome time. I'll check you guys out tomorrow.